Hello, I'm Gavin F.E., welcome to Religion and Fiction. Today's episode is on the miniature game/video game universe, Warhammer 40,000, also known as Warhammer 40K, or simply 40K. The 40K universe has 10 factions. However, due to time restrictions, I'm going to limit myself to the Imperium, the Eldar, and the Chaos Gods. There are no atheists in the 40K universe. The supernatural is a standard part of life, as well as necessary to space travel. The Imperium worships a man known only as the God Emperor. They have many clerics as well as battle nuns. No kidding, nuns with guns. Also, they have a group of inquisitors. The best way to describe this group's outlook is the quote, "Innocence proves nothing." Most of humanity is kept ignorant of the universe, save that they are supposed to be worshipping the Emperor. There is method to their madness. Ignorance is actually a proven defense against the corrupting power of the warp. More on that later. I would also like to make special mention of the Space Marines. They are the strike troops of the Imperium. They are genetically altered super soldiers that spin acid. They were created by the Emperor using portions of his DNA. The Space Marines do not see the Emperor as a god, but as a role model and father. In a way, it's like the relationship between Christianity and Judaism, except imagine superhuman Jews that spin acid. No Holocaust happening then, right? Now onto the Eldar. The Eldar are a race of spacefaring elves. Their civilization is far older than humanity. However, the Eldar had something known as the Fall. During this period all but 3 of the Eldar gods were killed. Cain, the god of war, Aisha, the goddess of family and healing, and the Segarach, the laughing god. Cain escaped by fragmenting himself into each of the Eldar craft worlds, giant planet ships. He is awakened by a blood sacrifice, and emerges as the Avatar. Segarach fled into the webway, a set of interdimensional portals. Aisha was captured by the forces of chaos, and lives in a rusty cage. The fall was caused by the Eldar growing decadent. They began injuring themselves and each other for the sheer pleasure of it. This caused the fall and the birth of the Chaos God Slaanesh, the Prince of Pleasure. There are 4 Chaos Gods in total: Khorne, Nurgle, Tzeentch, and Slaanesh. The 4 Chaos Gods all hail from the warp, a twisted reality, composed of all the thoughts and dreams of all sentients in the galaxy. It is a constantly shifting mass. It has no dimension to speak of, not even time. To clarify this a little, Slaanesh began to exist during the fall, in the material universe, but in the warp, he both always existed and never existed. That's the warp for you, more contradictions than the Bible. Khorne is a god of slaughter. He wants nothing more than skulls for his skull throne. Tzeentch is a bit more subtle. He is the lord of change. If it changes, he's the one doing it. Nurgle is the god of pestilence and disease. Well, gross. Slaanesh, as mentioned, is the prince of pleasure. His main duty is hedonism. If you really want to be messed up, Yahweh represents the first 3, and Satan, the last one. Isn't it nice to worship chaos? Honestly, the 40K universe has so much source material that it is hard to get through it all. The story is only supposed to be a backdrop to the constant fighting, but as you can see, it goes way more in-depth than that. Overall, the 40K storyline is very rich and surprisingly consistent. This has been Religion and Fiction. I'm Gavin F.E., in nomine Imperator Deus.